about the stability in time domain, and in S domain the stable function possesses poles in the left half S plane or on the j omega axis only. So if a system is stable, then the poles are lying either here or they are lying on j omega axis. Moreover, the poles on the j omega axis must be simple. These poles must be simple like this. There should not be more than one pole at the same location. Suppose we are having a pole, then this is okay. But if we are having one more pole here, then the system will become unstable. So here in this term stable, we have included a stable system as well as marginally stable system. Okay, so a system is stable, or we can say stable or marginally stable, if the poles are lying in the left half S plane and if the poles on the j omega axis are simple. Multiple poles on the j omega axis will result in unstable system. And also if there is any pole in the right half S plane, then also the system will become unstable. So generally marginally stable system is also known as stable system, because here we have considered the stable system in accordance with BI/BO stability criteria: bounded input, bounded output. Input is within bounds, and then output is also within some bounds. Okay, so this is BI/BO stability. Okay, so as a result of requirement of simple poles on the j omega axis, if Hs is given as this, so here we have considered that if Hs is this, actually for RLC circuits, this system function Hs is also of this form, is always of this form: numerator polynomial divided by denominator polynomial. So there is numerator polynomial divided by denominator, polynomial upon polynomial. Hs will always have this form. Whether it is transfer function or it is driving point function, it will always be of this form if the network is consisting of R, L and C. So polynomial upon polynomial, this is known as rational function. So Hs is always a rational function. So this polynomial is of the order of m. Denominator polynomial is of the order of n. These are the coefficients a and n. So for example, 3s square minus or plus 5s divided by 8 divided by 8s plus 9. Now m is 2 and n is 1. So there is one more requirement. Then the order of numerator m cannot exceed the order of denominator n by more than unity. That is, m minus n should be less than equals to 1. Now what is the value of m minus n here? M is 2, n is 1. So m minus n is 1. So we can have this thing also s upon s square plus 8. No problem in this, because m minus n is minus 1. It can be 1, it can be 0, it can be minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, there is no problem. But if here highest power is exceeding this highest power in denominator by more than unity, for example here we are having 3s cube and here 8s to the power 1, then the difference is 2. M minus n is 2. Now it is not satisfying this criteria. So if m exceeds n by more than unity, this would imply that at s equals to j omega equals to infinity, and there would be a multiple pole. Okay. So how many poles are there? Actually, whenever we consider this thing, if this power is more than this power, actually finite number of zeros. How many finite number of zeros are there in this case? M number of zeros are there. M number of finite zeros. And how many poles are there? N poles. N poles. So this polynomial will be having n number of roots, this polynomial will be having m number of roots, so there are m zeros and n poles, and they are finite zeros and finite poles. So whatever is the difference, if m is more than n, and that's for example s upon 1, so this system is having a pole or not? Yes, this is having a pole, and the pole is located at s equals to infinity. If I substitute s equals to infinity, this hs will become infinity, so there is a pole at s equals to infinity. So if s is square upon 1, now there we will be considering that there are two poles at s equals to infinity. Now there are two zeros also at s equals to 0, and there are two poles also at s equals to infinity. So if m is less than n, in that situation n minus m number of zeros will be there at s equals to infinity. If m is greater than n, then m minus n number of poles will be there at s equals to infinity. Okay, so there will be, and s equals to infinity poles can also be considered. We do not know s equals to infinity is in this side or in this side or in this side. We can also consider them to be located on j omega axis, and if there are poles on j omega axis at infinity, suppose this distance from here to here is infinity, and if there are more than two poles, so at the same location at s equals to j omega equals to infinity, more number of poles will be there, more than one. So because of this requirement, which requirement? The poles on the j omega axis must be simple. It results in one more requirement, which is nothing but m minus n should be less than or equals to 1. Either n should be greater than m, no problem, or n should be equals to m, no problem. But if m is greater than n, then it should not exceed n by more than unity. Okay, so this is one more requirement. Okay, so if suppose some function, rational function is given, and it is asked whether the system is stable or not, and in that case, if suppose this power has been given which is greater than this power and the difference is more than 1, then by observing that hs itself, we can simply say that the system is unstable without going into the further analysis. But if it is not so, then we have to analyze further. It is not the only requirement, but this is one of the requirement. If this requirement fails, then we can say that the system is unstable. There is no need to check further. Okay, so this is necessary condition, but this is not the sufficient condition. So there are, in order for a network to be stable, the following three conditions on its system function must be satisfied. Hs cannot have poles in the right half S-plane. If there is even a single pole in the right half S-plane, we can simply say that the system is unstable. Second requirement is Hs cannot have multiple poles on the j omega axis. If suppose we are having multiple poles on the j omega axis, multiple poles means not like this. This is not the case of multiple poles. Okay, they are all simple. Multiple poles means if suppose we are having two poles at the same location, then we are having, this is the case of multiple poles. This is not the case of multiple poles. So Hs cannot have multiple poles on the j omega axis. Suppose we found that a given Hs is having a multiple pole on the j omega axis, then there is no need to check further. Simply by observing the location of the poles, and which is multiple poles on the j omega axis, we can simply say that the system is unstable. There is no need to check further. The degree of numerator of Hs cannot exceed the degree of denominator of Hs by more than unity. This can also, we can find out by observing it. So for this condition, we can directly observe, but for these two conditions, in some situations we can directly observe, but in some other situations, if polynomial forms are given, we cannot observe them directly without factorizing them. So polynomials have to be factorized, or in other words, we have to find out the roots of those polynomials. And if the order of the polynomial is high, then it is not the simple task.